Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in front of us, we're going to take a look at the 2024 Lexus RX 350. This is the F Sport model, finished off in caviar. Its MSRP is just over $66,000. We have a very luxury focused SUV that also has a lot of goodies to cover. So let's start off with what powers this F Sport. Underneath the hood, this is the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder turbo. It's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission and pumps out 275 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. That power sent through the all-wheel drive system, propelling this from 0 to 60 in just over 6 seconds. It has a top speed of 126. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking right around 22 miles per gallon in the city, 29 out on the highway. This even has a curb weight right around 4,000 pounds. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, the Lexus logo is also the forward-facing sensor for the adaptive cruise. There's a forward camera as well as parking sensors and a very nice design for all the cutouts in this mesh. Now, you will notice too that it has that traditional hourglass design, but there is no surround, just to blend it in a little bit nicer. There's some brushed aluminum accents in the lower section as well, even fog lights that are tucked away down below, and some additional cutouts. This has LED headlights, DRLs, and turn signals with that iconic crisp point for those DRLs, and a very nice line that wraps around the entire hood. So it just blends in that upper section. There's even a new trim piece that's inserted in the upper section there just to blend that in a little bit more. Now, for the F Sport package, it comes with upgraded 21-inch wheels, 6-piston brake calipers up front, and then the adaptive suspension. There's the F Sport badge. We have the body colored side mirrors that also have a camera and a turn signal and some chrome that matches all of the chrome for the window surround. There's a sunroof up top, and then a very distinctive curved shaped line in that back door that goes all the way to the F Sport badge. Has a very nice flowing design, especially with this trim piece coming all the way to the back. Now, there's the spoiler with the third brake light. Wiper blade is up underneath. There's an LED light bar that runs right through that power lift gate. Backup camera with all these sensors, of course, and then some more trim accents in the lower section that match up front. You can use the button on the key fob or the one that I just pushed on for that power lift gate. And there's a lot of space. This is a pretty practical SUV with the amount of space that is offered. There's also some hooks where you can place items. There's a 12-volt. And then this is the only way that you can fold down the back seats. You can do that with both sides, of course, and that will give you a lot more space. There's a cover too that you can use. And then you even get a spare tire with a bin on this right side. So you can place some items up underneath that you may not use as much and have them hidden and out of the way. Now, as we work our way to the interior, door panel has a beautiful design with the leather, Alcantara, all the stitching, red leather. It has the Mark Levinson audio. This is the manual release in case the electronics fail for whatever reason. A little bit more storage underneath. And then we have a light seat back that you can pop up. Check out the dark red leather interior. Beautiful to see. Now, there's storage pockets, there's auxiliaries, temperature controls, and the climate vents. And then right in the middle, we have the armrest and cup holders, so you can use those, and you can even fold down the middle seat individually. So if you need a little bit more space, you can do that. At 5'10", I have plenty of headroom too. So it is very spacious for your backseat passengers. Now, up front, door panel is just like in back. However, there's all the window adjustments, side mirror controls, which are power folding, and some more storage down below. And then F Sport is up in the back section of the headrest there. Very nice design for these seats. Let's start it up, and we can go over all of the information within this gauge cluster and head-up display. There's leather and perforated leather for the steering wheel. Let's start on this left side though. If I hover my finger over them, there's voice commands and Bluetooth, and then tuning, as well as volume. If I push on the lower button, now we still have tuning, but we can go into audio and mode. And then on the right side of the steering wheel, there's the following distance along with your driving assistance mode. And then you can also go into your display, as well as the head-up display adjustment for the height. Now, with the rest of the information, you can look at it on the head-up display, or you can go through it within the gauge cluster setting. So you can monitor all of that. Everything else is fixed for your engine temperature, fuel level, and everything else that you see. Super easy though to go through that. There's paddle shifters on the back side, a little bit of storage on the left side with your fuel cap and liftgate release, memory seating adjustments, odometer, and some dimmer switches. And then for the infotainment system in the middle, we have a lot you can go through. So there's the nav on this left side, as well as music. You can go into your phone when that is paired. You do have some drive modes that you can go into, your driver assist, trip information. You can look at tire pressure, everything like that. And then there's also some general settings that you can scroll through as needed. Now this also has heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You have your climate adjustments that you can quickly get into. You can even go through basically all of these favorites. So they are divided up with what you would like to get into, which is nice to see. You can also adjust the rear climates. You have the fan speed, temperature dials, and then defrosters, power, and volume. This also gets parallel parking, so you can use that as needed. And with the view icon, you get a 360 view of what's underneath the vehicle. So before you put it in gear, you can quickly double check. Now there's air vents underneath that with more auxiliaries, and then this even gets wireless charging, more auxiliaries, and a ton of storage on that right side. There are 2 cup holders. If you push on this one button, you can actually put in some larger drinks and then raise that up for your shorter ones. This is how you put the vehicle into reverse, where you have that backup camera. If I put it into drive now, just by going in the opposite direction, forward-facing camera will appear. You can also go into the manual setting. We have the auto hold, traction control, an off-road setting with downhill assist, e-brake, and your engine start-stop feature. And then the armrest opens up 2 different ways. You have a little bit of space down below, and then plenty more in that glove box. This also has the camera system located within the rear view mirror, so you can use that for more visibility. Sunglass holder is just behind that. Then there's all the dome lights and controls for that sunroof. And looking over both shoulders, it's very open feeling for the size of this vehicle, so that is also great to see. And in sport mode, second gear, here we go. And mild acceleration, we are up to speed. I really don't have any complaints with this 4-cylinder. For this type of vehicle, it's going to get some better MPG, and it still has the power that you need. If you want to go with more power, you can go up with a 500 model. So there are different options, just depending on what best suits you. But with the interior now for this $66,000 Lexus, I will say overall, it is a beautiful interior. There's a few plastic areas on the inside, which is a little interesting to see, but everything else kind of outweighs that with what it has to offer. And it's a great spot to be. This is on more of the smaller side for the SUV lineup from Lexus. So again, if you need a larger vehicle, you can go with the 500. You can go with the TX, which also has a 3rd row as well. So for the smaller size that this is, has a small footprint. So it's going to be something that is easy to drive in the city, easy to park, yet it still has a lot of space. So it's very practical in the back, not only for people, but for extra storage. And you can feel that this is a small vehicle. And like I mentioned earlier with the suspension, this is a bumpy road. So we're going to hit 2 right here, and it absorbs those well. It's like you're on a cloud for this model. So you can get into this luxury brand at a little bit of a cost, of course. But I think that is going to wrap it up for this walk-around review and test drive behind the wheel Lexus RX 350. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this SUV for me today. Check out their website. Also give this video a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.